Hey, Canucks fans. Welcome to the Line Change Podcast, a proud member of the Hockey Podcast Network. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about a big bombshell that Sportsnet's Elliotte Friedman dropped last night in regards to the Vancouver Canucks after their loss to the Calgary Flames on Sunday night. According to Elliotte Friedman, the Vancouver Canucks are open for business, at least when it comes to their veteran players, and they're willing to take calls on said veteran players in order to try and get younger. A term we've been hearing about a lot lately. Get younger, which is, of course, apparently the new game plan for Jim Rutherford and Patrick Allvin. They want to get younger. Now, we're going to go over an article from Canucks Army that talks a little bit about what Elliotte Friedman said. Let's go ahead and go over it. Just bring it up right here. Boom. So Sportsnet's Elliotte Friedman released an article on Monday night surrounding what he's hearing with regards to the Canucks. According to several sources, the Vancouver Canucks have let it be known that in an effort to get younger, they are willing to listen to offers on quote-unquote veteran players. Friedman mentioned that at this time, that does not include Canucks captain Quinn Hughes, adding that Filip Hronek is another veteran not expected to be made available. He included a quote from a league executive saying, "They've made it clear trading Hughes is not their priority right now." So, now down here at the bottom, it talks about, Evander Kane, Kiefer Sherwood, Teddy Blueger, David Kampf, Derek Forbort, all on expiring deals. On that note, let's go ahead and take a look at the current contracts for the Vancouver Canucks, and we'll take a look at an image from CanucksNews Summaries. Shout out to Corey, and it shows who has full no-move clause, who has partial no-trade clauses, and it also shows who has no trade protection whatsoever, as well as upcoming extensions. So let's go ahead and bring that up right now. I'm going to maximize it for you guys so you guys can see it. So as you can see at the top, you have Elias Pettersson with a full no move with his 7-year, $11.6 million contract. You have Brock Besser with a 7-year at $7.25 million contract. Jake DeBrusk at a 6-year, $5.5 million contract. Filip Hronek at a 7-year, $7.25. Marcus Pettersson at a 6-year, $5x5. You have Tyler Myers at a 2-year, a $3.0 million. He has a 12-team no-trade clause on July 1st. That is, of course, next July 1st. Or as of this July 1st, actually, I should say. And then you have Kevin Lankinen at 5-year at $4.5 million. He currently has a full no-move clause, but that will move down to a 15 no-trade clause after the 2027 season. Then the partial no-trade clauses, you have Evander Kane at 1 year at $5.13 million. He has a 16-team no-trade clause. Then you have Drew O'Connor at 2 years at $2.5 million, who has a 12-team no-trade clause. Then you have Teddy Blueger, who has a 1 year at $1.8 million, who also has a 12-team no-trade clause. Now, when it comes to no-trade protection, that is, of course, Connor Garland, who's on the final year of his deal at $4.95 for, even though he signed that extension, it does not fully kick in until next year. You have Kiefer Sherwood, who's on an expiring contract, 1 year at $1.5 million. David Kampf at 1 year at $1.1 million. Quinn Hughes at 2 years at $7.85. Derek Forbort at 1 year at $2.0 million. Then you have Thatcher Demko, who's on the final year of his deal, worth $5 million. And of course, his extension doesn't come up until officially kick in until next year. So, that being said, and then of course, as you can see at the bottom, Connor Garland, his extension kicks in next year, and he has a no-move clause for the first 3 seasons once that contract kicks in. And then it's Thatcher Demko has a full no-move clause once his contract officially kicks in next year. So let's take a look at this part of the article. Friedman mentions that the Canucks are making their pending unrestricted free agents available, as well as a player or two with term. However, the organization doesn't appear to be heading toward a complete fire sale. So, despite Friedman saying it doesn't appear to be heading towards a complete fire sale, for some reason, it kind of feels like that it does, or that it is in a way. I mean, you talk about the likes of Connor Garland, Kiefer Sherwood, even Thatcher Demko, although he was not named in particular in this article, but I imagine both Demko and Lankinen, even though Lankinen does have a full no move clause, are not off the table either when it comes to taking calls on these players. As I mentioned before, or as it was mentioned in the article, Quinn Hughes, Filip Hronek, they appear to be off the table. And perhaps those that are long-term with no move clause, for example, Elias Pettersson, Brock Besser, Jake DeBrusk, maybe even Marcus Pettersson, perhaps they're not on the table because they have long-term deals and they also have no move clause. And also Pettersson they probably want to build around Pettersson. So there's that. Then again, who knows at this point? But as far as confirmation, it's only Hughes and Hronek who are completely no-go. So that leaves Garland, Sherwood, Kampf, Forbort, Demko, Kane, O'Connor, and Bluger. Which out of these do you think could get you a second-line center? Let me know in the comments below. If I personally had to choose, and as much as it pains me to say it, it would have to be either Garland or Sherwood. Would probably be your best chance to get a second-line center, at least, and especially fetch you a decent one too, or credible. One that's young as well, on that note. But as I mentioned in the Garland video, I just think it's not the right move to move off of Garland after having just extended him. I already gave you guys my thoughts on, them basically kicking him to the curb after signing him to a long-term extension, especially when he wanted to be traded like a few years ago and changed his mind that he wanted to stay. And the fact that he re-signed so quickly too just shows how much he wants to be here. And you also just got to keep somebody. And if I had to choose between Sherwood and Garland, I love both of them. And as I said, as much as I love Sherwood, I'm keeping Garland 100%. I love Sherwood, love what he brings, but it's got to be Garland for me. That's just my own personal opinion. Who would you guys keep? Garland or Sherwood? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to do my sponsor read, and then we're going to have our final thoughts on the subject. In this podcast, the Line Change Podcast is a presentation brought to you by DraftKings. Spinorama's Michigan goals, a wicked sprawling save across the crease, or even a jaw-dropping glove save. Live and breathe all the highlight moments with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get paid out $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code THPN. That's code THPN to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets, and your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY, which is 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. Pass-through of per wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. This is a limited time offer. This is, of course, not good at all. for us Canuck fans, not feeling great after not only this latest news, this bombshell that was dropped on us, but not to mention losing to Calgary on Sunday when Calgary was on the second half of a back-to-back. And we got absolutely annihilated by the Flames, losing 5-2. I was at a family dinner. That's why there was not a post-game show. But I saw the score, and I was just actually, believe it or not, my wife was at the game. I was not. So I cannot blame her for the loss. I'm not sure if she's going to see this, but she already knows that I blame her for the loss because she went with a bunch of Albertans. Come on. And anywho, I'm getting off topic here a little bit. But obviously, people such as myself were very optimistic about this season during the summer and during the offseason, especially after they re-signed Garland, Demko, and whatnot. Now, things are looking pretty bleak for the Vancouver Canucks. And apathy has officially kicked in, at least from what I've seen on social media anyway. And we're going to be coming out actually with a preview video for the upcoming California road trip. So hoping to have that up Wednesday morning for y'all. We're going to talk about, the road trip. We're going to talk about the practice from yesterday, as in Monday. We're also going to talk about some stuff that Adam Foote talked about after said practice. We're also going to talk about the fact that Thatcher Demko is going to be traveling with the Vancouver Canucks on this upcoming road trip. He's not likely to play, but also there is some transactions made by the Canucks. We'll go over that in that video as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I would like to give a big shout out and thank you to my sponsor, Gassy Jack Art, maker of this amazing artwork you see behind my shoulder right here. And you guys can check them out yourselves at GassyJackArt.com. If you guys like this video, be sure to hit that like button. And if you want to stay up to date on all your Vancouver Canucks content, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a single video. You can find us on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. We're everywhere. Feel free to give us a follow on all of our social media platforms. Not only that, you can also find us on Discord. Join the discussion. There is a link to the Discord in the description down below. It's completely free to join. Come join the discussion. We'll talk all things Canucks, hockey, you name it. You also get some exclusives within the Discord as well. So go ahead and check it out. Like I said, it is completely free to join. You don't have to pay anything. So go ahead and join the discussion. You can also, if you prefer an audio version of this podcast, you can find us on both Spotify and Apple Podcast. On Spotify, feel free to give us a follow as well as rate and review us. This is, of course, greatly appreciated and really helps out the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this once again. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Perhaps you have a different opinion than I do. As always, let's go Canucks, and I'll catch you guys next time.